All right, everyone's loading in, getting ready for Silver Crowns at Richmond. 90 laps and 3,800 strength of field. 3 splits. This is the top split. And yeah, sorry for not making a video track guide thing. This week has just been a complete mess of my schedule changing every 2 minutes. So, yesterday had an 11-hour day, had to work even after I got done with the sprint car race and late model race. And then today was supposed to be a shorter day, and then that all got changed because people not on my team are idiots and can't do their job. So, here we are, getting to the race. I don't think I am done. I think I am done with making those weekly things. Everyone kind of understands the car now, and we're not going to have any other track. I don't think we're going to a road course this season, so you've pretty much been on every type of track now. I think everyone understands what's going on. So, yeah, gotta get this race done. I've got an early morning tomorrow to go do something even stupider than what I've been doing all week, and hopefully we'll be able to get another race in, and then maybe 2 races tomorrow night. Luckily, we don't have a pro race tomorrow night, so, or road to pro, sorry, but this is one of those weeks where I say I never know what my schedule is going to be, and things can change at an instant, which is why I haven't rescheduled the viewer race. This week is one of those weeks that is exactly why I haven't done anything. So, oh well, get through it. Next week's not going to be a good week either, because we've got less people on our team with vacations, and it's just going to be a mess. Not my normal sit at home and do paperwork type stuff, so just how it is in the spring and fall. So let's get to racing, and hopefully we got a decent race going on, but we got a couple of names that I've never seen, and a bit worried about that. So we'll see how they fare, but always interesting when someone says I have no idea how to drive this, and they're in the race session. So I've got the weight jacker all the way up, just to be safe early on, because it does jump out on you every once in a while, and I'm really not too concerned about doing well this race. I'm just
car inside, car outside, clear high, go low.
Well, now we don't have to worry about it.
Yellow flag is out. They want you in single file. Closed. Pit road
Race
closed.
is over.
Catch up, 16 car. Your car has too much damage. We've got to fix it. Catch up, 16 car.
All right. Well, guess we're broadcasting this one. Let's go ahead and turn everything off and get to a camera that I can use. Just is what it is. All right, so let's see. We've got how many people left in this one? Looks like we've got 12 left in the race. Let's go take a look and see how close I was to missing this thing. But yeah, that thing was going to be driving again. I lifted off. just nothing I could do. I had cars to my inside. That's why you can't set them up too loose early. So, now we're broadcasting. Who do we got out front? Got Sellers out front. I think he's the one that won the sprint car race last night. And Derek is in second. He's the one that wrecked me at Bristol. Carlisle was the points leader until he wrecked first lap at Martinsville. Then we got Stanton, who is a current points leader. And he's probably going to try to run the high side somehow. Pablo, who I guess ran this car in real life. Then Wayne, the guy who does setups for everyone in the forums and hands them out for free because he's cool like that and not a scammer. And Manuel, I've had my run-ins with him, but I think I'm done being angry with him. Gavin, he is sitting in 8th place right now. I think he'll do fairly well in this race. But I don't know if he can actually beat any of the guys in front of him. The only one, Wayne tends to fall off late in the race. And so I think that might be one guy he can beat. But here we go. We're getting going green again.
Green flag, green flag.
And you know what? While I'm at it, I'm just going to bring up my actual broadcasting tools and make it much easier for me to do this and get information that I need. So, auto high, apply that, and now I can jump around. This is ATVO that I use. You can just click on a name and it'll instantly take you there without having to use iRacing's menu. So, we're just going to sit one camera and watch it that way. It looks like Manuel is getting a run as Stanton's also getting passed by Pablo. Gavin's back here in 8th and probably going to go green the rest of the way now. So, Mike's going to make moves, but I think he might also stall out right behind Gavin. Connor's one in the 10 car that very easily could run his way up to 5th place, or very easily could end up farther back. It's hard to tell where he's going to end up. He's got speed, but it always seems to come early and then he falls back. So, Gavin makes a pass. Looks like the 7 car maybe got a little too high there. We're going to see if Mike can make the pass, but he won't be able to. 7 car is one of the most frustrating people in the world to pass. He will go down low and block, and he will use that to his advantage. He gets back past Gavin, and now that has stacked up these guys. We got Christopher Kimry in the 15 jumping onto the back of this little pack, and Gavin's going to be falling backwards. Back up front, 2 tenths in between everyone. Then we got 4 tenths back to Pablo, and then 2 tenths between all of them. Wayne's actually given Jeffrey a bit of a run for his money here at the tail end of the top 5. And you know what? This is where we want to watch. Gavin's going backwards, proving me really wrong right here, but Gavin's also kind of one of those people that races like me. He isn't afraid to give up a spot, knowing that he can get him back later on. So we'll see. We'll see if he can. And then Joe, he survived that mess and is still going. So we've got 4 cars out of the race. Yeah, 4 cars out of the race. The 3 cars just trying to go around and get spots, but it's pretty much not going to gain anything because I don't think we're going to see any more wrecks. So Derek's dropping a bit off of Ryan now, and he's got the other Ryan in the 6 car on his tail. Half a second off the lead now, and we're going to see the 6 car make a move pretty soon because he's going to start getting pressured from the 5. The 5 is not scared to dive it in. The 5 car will dive it into the corner, so you don't want to get shuffled. You got to make your move on Derek really soon, and he does. Derek has a little moment off the corner. The 5 dives it in, almost gets into the back of the 6. And now Pablo's going to try to follow through as Jeffrey goes up to the top just to see what's up there. But he might have speed, but Derek doesn't. Derek's getting twitches off the corner. So 5 cars going to go through as well. And Wayne's going to take a look underneath Stanton. I think Stanton's wanting Derek to go low, and then he's going to pass him on the high side. But that doesn't quite work out there. Now, nothing against Wayne. He is not that aggressive of a driver. So I don't think he's going to make any moves here while Stanton tries to do his outside pass. He's getting a run off the corner, but you can't get enough grip up on the high side like a stock car. So I think we're going to see Wayne just kind of hanging out there on the left rear, but not actually going to the inside. And got Jeffrey on the outside now, but is Derek going to be able to hold it down off the corner with his issues off of 2? I guess Jeffrey just likes to make the pass as hard as possible. I mean, good for him. Now, see, Wayne could have thrown it in there 3 wide. He could have actually got 2 spots there, but just not what needs to happen in this race. So Derek gets past. He has now dropped from 2nd place to 5th place. And now the 7 car's coming, and the 10 has broke away from that pack that he was in and is now 7/10 off of the 7 car ahead of him, and he's got a 7/10 lead over the 14. And Gavin is back here battling for last of the running, other than the 3 car who's well off pace. So back up front, half a second lead still over Ryan. We'll see if that closes in at all, but last time we looked, that was a half a second there. 5 cars, 2, maybe 3/10 back from there. And Stanton has cleared. Wayne is looking. I think he got a little loose there. And just kind of spreading out. Fast guys are up front, and we've got a battle back here for the 11th spot. Kind of disappointed in you, Gavin. Need to get a little speed out of you here. So let's take a look at last lap. Last lap by Ryan Sellers, the leader, 20.579. And back here in 11th, we've got 20.9s. So fastest car on track at the moment on the last lap was the 5 car with a 5.50. We're sitting here lap 27, just coming to complete that. Still a half a second lead for Ryan. Usually in these cars, when you get a big jump like that, when you're pulling away from the pack, it sometimes comes back, especially on the bigger tracks. But I don't think that's going to be the case on the short track. Just not enough fuel in it to burn off. Now, Derek in the 12 car, he is slower than the 3 cars behind him. And Connor kind of doing what I said. He's got a chance to get up here to 5th place. So he might be able to get it done. Don't know what happened to the 7 to put him back behind Wayne again. He was making some heavy moves to get there. Now Connor's going to be on the back of him. And Connor, one of the fastest cars on track. I do see Sellers' lap times falling off a bit more every once in a while. It's kind of, they're trading back and forth actually. For one lap, Sellers will run a 0.6, and then Ryan will run a 0.5, and then the next lap it'll switch around. So they're just trading back and forth. It's at a 0.6 right now advantage. And right now, this is the closest battle we've got on track, these 4 cars here. One-tenth was taken out of the lead that last lap, and then added back. It's kind of just bouncing back and forth between the turns, it looks like. Wayne's gathering it back up. Gonna take another run at the 12 car. 12 is getting a little better than the guys behind him. I think the 7, well, the 7 got past there. We missed that. Looked away for 1 second, and he has now dropped back to the 8th place. And Connor is working his way up. I think Gavin could have done the same. But he's just taken a bit longer to get going and get around these guys. So he should be able to get around the 15 fairly easy. 15 just moves up as he sees the nose coming. And then once he gets up past Mike in the 14, he's going to have a lot of open track to try to track down this group up here, but right now he's 3 seconds behind once he gets past Mike, and it could grow if that battle's a little harder. So Wayne taking a look to the inside, but just not aggressive enough and wasn't quite close enough. Loses a bit of ground on the exit. It looks like Derek's cleaned up his turn 2 exit a little bit. Here comes Connor in the 10. And is that going to pressure Wayne into making a move into 1? Wayne does look low. Connor's going to have nowhere to go at the moment. He could do 3 wide off the corner because they're both going to be a little slow. But he's smart enough to know, just wait his turn, get around the 12, and then he should be able to get around Wayne. Can't leave that inside open though, especially with the 7 behind you. Got to be careful about that. Connor once again. This is where it gets frustrating when you're racing behind Wayne. He could easily clear this guy, but he goes a little easier when he's down low. I have the same problem too, but it takes him more laps to get a pass done than it should. And so then you get stuck behind them, and they're losing time to the guys in front. So, this is now like lap 4 or 5 of this battle. He does finally slide up just a little bit on entry, but then has a bad exit there. That's going to put the 7 on the outside of the 10 now. And Connor's going to have to protect that inside. Got to protect that inside. Although he's going to the high side now to try to get past Wayne because Wayne was not able to make that pass happen. So now we're just back to where we were, except for 1.8, almost 2 seconds behind the lead pack. And up front, I missed this. We got a Ryan and Ryan battle up front. Carlisle has tracked down Sellers, got the pass done. Not sure if Sellers had an issue. looks like he just ran a 21-1. So he might have grabbed a wall or something. Now they are side by side. That's allowing Jeffrey to catch up. Everyone's looking a bit loose. Little sketchy. Jeffrey's really driving it into the corner while they're side by side. Are we going to see a 3-wide battle for the lead? He's going top. Way top. He's going to get a run off the corner. No, it just, as he tried to turn it down off that third lane, it just broke loose a little bit on him. So, looking back here real quick, Connor and Wayne are both getting past, but focus now on the lead. We've got a great race. Unfortunately, I'm not a part of it. Although I'd be a part of the battle for wherever mid-pack is. So, probably right around the 12 car or trying to catch up. So, Manuel in the 7 gets past, and Derek has now dropped to 8th. Connor is up to 6th place, and Wayne just ahead of him. Jeffrey Stanton going around the high side up into 2nd place, and the only 2 points leaders that we've had this season are now 1 and 2, with Carlisle in the lead over the current points leader, Jeffrey Stanton. So that is going to kind of ease out. Manuel's gone around Connor, so Connor's now kind of dropping backwards. I thought he was going to be able to stay up with Wayne. Did have a slower lap last time by, so maybe the nose got put under him a little more than he was expecting and had to just go up. We'll see how they work things out. And Gavin has finally gotten back to where he should have been and is in 9th place, but 3.2 seconds behind the people ahead of him. So, still a battle up here. Got Stanton and Sellers working on each other. Ryan Carlisle's not able to pull away. And I think Pablo might actually be in the best position. He's not really using up his stuff. He's just kind of been sitting at the back of the pack. I haven't seen him really do anything aggressive like I normally see out of him. So, maybe he'll have some speed here at the end. We are under 40 to go now. Lap 53 just starting. And closest battle on track now is actually this battle around the front. It is close back between Connor and Manuel, but we'll just keep our eyes focused here, especially with the lap car coming up. That is the 3 car that was involved in the early wreck. And then once this one's finished, we're going to instantly try to see if the other split is still going and try to get into that. So, sorry for just jumping out and not saying good job to these guys, but I want to, since I'm not racing, just want to be able to get as many people in this video as I can. So we'll look and see what we've got for splits still going. Everything's tightening back up though. Now Ryan gets out front and Jeffrey's got that middle lane working. I didn't think it was going to be possible with this car, but he's constantly able to make that middle lane work a little better than everyone else everywhere we go. So, fastest car on track at the moment. We'll give them a couple of laps and see if anyone can beat this lap. I'm looking for anything faster than a 7.34. Stanton's doing a 7.45, but maybe the fastest guy on track right now is Connor Babel. And they do a 7.23 up front. and he's not able to match it. So, yep. Top 3 still fastest 3 and closest battles. So, this is what we're probably going to watch to the end. Sellers working the yellow line. Stanton getting a better run off the corner from the middle line. Kind of just back and forth like before. It's really hard, it seems, to run a consistent time each lap. Seeing bouncing a 10th one way, a 10th the other way from everyone really on the field. And last time by, Sellers got down into the 0.6s. Haven't seen a lap out of anyone in the 0.6s in a few laps. So he's coming back alive now as we're getting closer to the end. Oh, a little touch off the corner. Stanton not all the way up to the wall, it looks like. Little bit of contact. That's going to open up a big gap now in between second and third. And 5 car is going to look up high. Gives it up, though. I think he knows that his car does not turn up there. It's going to look low here, maybe. Not quite. So, not sure if inside car pushed up or outside car just didn't come all the way up to the wall. It kind of looks like Stanton's line has always been a bit lower off the corner. And I believe that is maybe what caused that. So that's died down a bit. Now we got the battle for the 5th spot. 10's going to take a look down low into 1. Gets a little bit of a wiggle, though, as he turned it down. Very easy to do in this car off the corner. You just get to turning, and then all of a sudden it snaps on you off of 4. Even well off the corner. It's just one of those things with the stagger that happens. He's lost a bit of ground there, so it's going to take him a few laps to get back on the tail of Wayne. Up front for the lead. Interesting that now that he's got up to the tail of Carlisle, he's looking low instead of going to the high side. And maybe that's because he wasn't able to pass him on the high side earlier. Not getting the run off the corner, though, on that low side. They're just kind of dead even right now. He's got a little hotter entry, a little quicker through center of 3 and 4. Turns it down, though, and gets that dreaded wiggle, and just can't get the drive off. Out front of them, not there. Got a lap car. I don't know if it's the same person. Is it the 3? No, it's not even 3. I don't know who it is. So Stanton loses even more time, and now to the outside. Wayne's going to go down to the bottom. Connor's trying the middle. Gets a decent run now that he doesn't have a wiggle. They're wheel to wheel now. 7 car taking a little look on the inside, trying to scare Wayne up off the corner. But I would not put it past Manuel to dive it in. We might see a 3 wide and maybe even a wreck here if he gets close enough to dive it in 3 wide. Connor doesn't get a good run off the corner that time, and now he's going to lose another spot. Wayne's going to hold on to this spot, and Connor's dropping back now to 7th place and just gives it up, resets, gets back down to the bottom. Derek's hanging tight, though, with this group. I thought he was going to fall off a bit more in that 12 car. Oh, he's going to now, as he does a big slide off of 2. Back up front, nothing's changed. 1/4 of a second in between them. Slowly closes in on corner entry, but exit, just not there. Ryan has not been able to recover since that contact. He is a second back, and that is holding and getting pressure from Pablo in the 5 car.
Okay, punch it.
Yeah, my car's done. I'm not going back out. So, we'll just keep an eye on the lead now as it has closed back in. We've got 15 to go. Got to dive into the corner. And gets a little wiggle. Bigger run off the corner. Carwile's going to hold that middle. He's going to get a run off the corner. He's able to straighten it out more. As they're battling side by side, this could bring Sellers back into the picture, but they're going to have to battle side by side for quite a while because he's still a second back there, and it looks like this one's over already. Stanton to the lead. Bad exit, though. Very bad exit. Oh, you got to attack there, Ryan. Ryan had to attack there. I mean, maybe he's just settling for second, but huge run, and doesn't do anything with it. This one's over now. Stanton's going to walk away, and as he does, I don't think Sellers is going to be able to close in at all. I don't think anyone's going to be able to do much of anything with Jeffries. He's already out to a quarter-second lead. Back here, though, for the 5th spot, Wayne still holding on, proving me wrong. I said he'd probably start dropping off at the end of this one. Not doing so, holding his own. He's held off the 10, he's held off the 7, he's gotten past the 12, and running lap times. Everyone's kind of just running the same lap times across the track, which is why we haven't really seen much of anything. Now, Gavin thought maybe he could catch up. He's 5 seconds behind the 12 car, so his car is most likely getting really tight, or he's just working to get to the end of this one. Up front, it has closed in. We've got 2 tenths between first and second. Under 10 to go. We're going to have to just keep our eye on Babel. He had the speed mid-race, and now it's just going backwards. So Derek gets back past him. He's gonna... No, he's not going to go for it. But Derek leaves it open. Maybe Derek's found something in the middle. And just ahead of them, I thought we were going to see the outside by the 7, but then he cuts down. And that all holds the same. So everyone's just kind of stuck in little packs of 2 now. So we got the front pack, and that is staying the same. He hasn't been able to get much closer. Jeffries using that middle line to get a better exit off of 2. Then we got Sellers holding off Pablo, Wayne, and Manuel, Derek and Connor, Gavin bored out of his mind all by himself, and then we've got Christopher and Joe. So that is everyone. You know, Mike's really fallen off. I'm surprised by this. He's been able to stick right on my tank multiple races, and he has really dropped off. Looks like, trying to figure out, looks like this right now is the closest battle, but pretty much don't see anyone being able to do a whole lot of anything. I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this race while I'm still in sim. That should allow me to easily sign up for watching the next one while we're watching the end of this one. All of the little tricks that I've learned through the years. If you didn't know that, you can stay in sim, pull up the website, exit out of the race, and sign up for something else. And we're going to do that so that we have a nice quick transition without wasting too much time.
2 more, let's go.
2 to go. Stanton's got this one in the bag. Ryan might throw something at him, but it's been so difficult and takes so many laps to set up a pass. I just don't see that happening.
Last lap.
White flag's out. Stanton's got this one. We're signed up to watch Split 2. Let's see if any of the other battles have gotten close. They have not. Wayne's still holding on. Sellers is still holding on. Stanton's gonna get the win. This is like win number 4 this season for him in this time slot. He gets the win. Sellers third. Carwile second. Pablo fourth. Wayne holds on to fifth. Manuel sixth. Derek Love and Connor Babel. Gavin finally crosses the line in ninth, just ahead of Christopher. Joe gets 11th, and Mike almost loses it off the corner. He's parking it, getting out of it as quick as he can.
There's the flag.
Let's go to split number 2.
Better schedule some testing. We'll get them next time.
Quickly save this and exit out. So screen's going to go black for a bit, and I am going to, well, I tried to. Trying to have this all set up, ready to go quickly. Wish there was an easier way to switch between splits within the game, since you already have the track and car loaded. That would be a really awesome feature if you could just do that. But let's see where second split is. Hopefully they're still going. Hopefully not due to a lot of crashes, but we'll get this up and running and try to be slightly entertaining. So, Stanton got that one done fairly easy. Able to pass people on the outside to get there. Did get the inside line to take the lead. I don't think Sellers had anything for him, even before the contact. It didn't look like there was any damage to that, so just one of those things. Field spread out because faster guys were in front, and then not a lot of lap traffic. And even without the wreck, I don't think there would be a lot of lap traffic, so everyone was just kind of the same pace. So we are we at the end of the race? Is the race over? The race is over. Well, that's unfortunate, but Kevin gets the win. Rich, because he wasn't in my race, gets second and doesn't run into a wreck. Brandon gets fourth. Good job to everyone there. Andrea does not sleep through the race and makes it. So let's try get to split 3. Unfortunate. Was hoping we'd be able to watch that one, but looks like they only had one caution as well. Again, it would be so nice to be able to just switch split to split, but I'm sure that is more complicated than just saying, let's do this. So, third split, are you still racing? Third split appears to still be racing and only has 14 drivers in it. So, maybe a few more crashes down here. And it is over. Looks like it is not letting me sign up for that one. So, let's just pull up results then. And take a look at what has went on. This pulled up here, turn that off, turn this on, and we're going to go results. I get a whole 14 points, lose safety rating, lose I rating. Well, third split third split just got done. So we've seen Kevin won that, and third split, Michael Harris 3 gets the win. And looks like they only had 2 cautions. So really, only 4 cautions across 3 splits at a short track. Not bad. Good job to everyone that won. I hope that was entertaining. Yeah, wish I could have raced more than, 1 lap, 2 laps? But, I've already got an apology in the inbox. I'm just going to wait. I know he didn't mean to or anything like that. So, it's just what it is. It's part of racing. So, it's how the week's going. Figured something like this would start to happen because today's been just a mess. So, now I'm going to go find something else to race, and you guys get this video a little earlier than normal. So, thanks for watching.